something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. Welcome everybody to another video by Sander for the YouTube channel Sander Rover, and today I'm actually going to have a little chat with you all about what is happening with Phyrexia All Will Be One. It is unbelievable about the amount of product that is being ordered that everybody wants. There's going to be something like, oh no, there's not going to be enough of the set. Well, don't worry. I'm pretty sure that the set booster will be in production for quite a while. And also the draft box. Collector boxes, yeah, it's going to be like, well, when it's done, it's done. So don't expect too much from that. However, the complete bundle, that's going to be a little interesting, because it seems that is a limited product which is not available in the quantity that I thought it was going to be. I'm checking out certain distributors to see if I can get some more, but the product is actually something that people want because of the lands, from what I've heard. The lands are actually, well, they're beautiful, they're gorgeous. I mean, if you like full art, rainbow kind of foil-like stuff, it's going to be something really interesting, and nobody knows exactly what it's going to be. There's only this little like animated GIF that is shown, or it was in a video from the pre-release. But that product is interesting, and it's interesting to see how it's going to develop, because that is going to be released somewhere in March, so not in February, in a couple of weeks. Coming to that point, the release date of Phyrexia All Will Be One, the set, draft, collector, commander bundle, the regular bundle. It was the 3rd of February, but they pushed it back because people were complaining, as they always do with Magic, because, you know, there's not enough salt in the world, so we need a lot more. They were complaining about the products being released too fast, which I kind of understand, but let's face it, the release of Dominaria Remastered technically has nothing to do with a standard booster box set. Like with a standard booster box, because standard comes out like every 3 to 4 months, with maybe an interval like between let's say like Brothers War when it came out, and now there's like 4 months, I think. Don't think that that's something of that it's the same kind of product. Standard has certain sets that come out at a certain date, so that the standard environment has a readily available amount of sets, and then in September they're going to cut it off and say, okay, well, we're going to throw everything away from September last year, and everything is going to be this. So next year, or next September, we're already in January, of course, still have to get used to it. There's 2023. Man, the time flies. That in September, they're going to say, okay, everything before, let's see, what was it? Dominaria United is going to be cut off. So Kamigawa, New Capenna, the Innistrad, which I'm going to do a video about. I'm going to do another video about, or going to open a box of Innistrad Midnight Hunt. I actually have it right here. So this one's going to be cracked open today, probably. I'll probably post that video somewhere in the next couple of days. But I do want to talk to you about this whole thing with Phyrexia, that it is unbelievable about the amount of orders that I'm getting for the Phyrexia set. It's like people are salty about too much product. And they showed it when Innistrad came out. Innistrad was a disaster. Nobody wanted the product, and I still have product from when I bought it back then. it's still in stock. It's just there's no person that wants it. I mean, I love the set. I love Innistrad. I love vampires. I love the werewolves kind of thing. The day and night cycle that added something a little spicy to it, or a little bit of a spice to it. And then you have the Meathook Massacre that was just insane, and of course now it's banned in standard, so we're not going to see that card there anymore. But we are still seeing it in Commander, which is actually a pretty good Commander card. But here we go. It just didn't sell, and then we had Crimson Vow. It didn't sell, and then we had Kamigawa. That sold pretty well. It did pretty good, but even then, we had New Capenna of, throw your wallet away and we're not going to give you any cards that you really need, which was kind of weird because I thought that the Tri-lands were actually something special, like with the Triomes from Ikoria. You need those cards for, multicolored decks. You just need them. So why not put them in there, and why not have the cards? And also, those are, I think, one of the most valuable cards in there, together with, what was it? Titan of Industry, maybe? I don't know. There's a couple of cards, but then came Dominaria United. And everybody was excited, and there was this kind of could taste it, this momentum, like, I want it. I want the product. I want it, but it's probably going to suck. That's the mentality of what I've been, getting. And that it was also the moment of people were just like, there's too much product. Because we have Warhammer 40K, we had Dominaria United, we had right after the Dominaria or after the Warhammer set, we had Brothers War. The follow up was so quick, and Brothers War really took off. That was, for me, as I see it as the product that I'm selling, Brothers War was the product that was like saying, okay, we do want the product and we do want to pay for it. Brothers War had the most amazing looking artifact cards, artifact creatures, schematics, everything that had something to do with artifacts. It was in there, and it was gorgeous looking with the foils. You had the rainbow foil with the star again, and the retro frame, and the retro frame really is something that people like, because it's the same with Dominaria Remastered. The collector boxes had phenomenal looking cards. Now, you might say right now that the EV, the equivalent value of the box of Dominaria Remastered, is not equivalent to what you've paid for it. But trust me, those cards are going to go up in value probably, because they've reprinted these cards now, and it's going to be a while before they do it again. Maybe they'll do one or two, like tutors or whatever, but they did a couple of tutors in there, and the Force of Will, and they're not going to reprint that card over and over and over until it's not worth anything anymore. It'll be worth something because it's still a very good card, and there's a limited amount of copies available. The old ones are not going to be played with. People are going to use these cards to play with, but they're still going to have to buy it because it's a really good card. So don't worry about that. It'll be fine. The only thing that is like insane right now is the Phyrexia set boxes and draft boxes. But people are just going nuts about them. Phyrexia is going to be, I think it's going to be a game changer in a way that the cards are going to be powerful and crazy powerful, that might not go well in the Commander community because they're already calling for certain bans for, I think it was the Atraxa card, I'm not sure. No, of course not. It's Elish Norn. that card. They're already calling a ban for it. They want it banned because it's too powerful. I have an Oko kind of a feeling right now that, you know, Oko with his little flower in his mouth, like be like, oh, nope, I'm actually, you know, I'm going to turn you into an elk. And there we go. And you an elk, and you an elk. Elesh Norn, yes, it's a very powerful card. The poison mechanism, toxic mechanism that with poison counters, it with proliferate, which the Phyrexian cards do, it is going to be nuts. I think Commander matches are not going to be hours anymore. I think they're going to be like 20 minutes and then it's over because people have died to all the poison counters and you cannot remove them, which I would think if they would make a card that would remove poison counters from a person, that would maybe balance it out a little bit more. But also, just remember, they said March of the Machine, not machines, but March of the Machine is going to change the game as we know it. That's what they said, or at least something they said like that. There was something that was going to be a game changer. It would go. So I don't know what they're going to do, but there's something happening here, and I'm actually really curious about what they're going to do. So yeah, March of the Machines pre-release cutoff order date is March, I believe, and it's being released in April. So yeah, everybody, you still got some time to order it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry too much. The set boxes and draft boxes are going to be readily available. Collector boxes, of course, you know, once they're out of print, they're pretty much always out of print unless they, you know, still have a hidden wave somewhere in a warehouse that they forgot that they had printed, you know, another Oblivion kind of amount of boxes. The oil cards, though, of Phyrexia are looking really, really good. People are actually really excited about it. It's weird because the Modern Horizons 2 sketch cards are like, everybody gave them a big middle finger and are like, nope, I don't like those. Which is weird because now we got the oil ones and everybody likes them. So who knows what's going to happen? I don't know. Right now, it's just insane, and I really appreciate everybody for who ordered with me. I thank you very much. I really appreciate it. It's really cool. If you're in the Netherlands and you haven't, you know, you don't know my website, it's sanderover.nl. You cannot miss it. Just take a look, and I've good prices, and even for Patreons, I'm gonna, you know, give an extra discount. So yeah, everybody, I appreciate everything, and I will hopefully see you all in the next video. And until then, you're gonna have to take a look at this very ugly box. So see you then, and until next time.